maybe from age 9, and the process started around that time. So my parents were still preparing like the flight training funds just in case I went through flight training.
IATA aims to encourage more women into aviation. What do you think should be done in Ghana and other African countries to help achieve this?
Hey darlings, and welcome back yet to another intriguing, interesting, most importantly, educative and captivating episode for what we have going on here on the stable of Vibes Upon Vibes with Chiri. Thank you once again for tuning in and compliment of the season. It's Christmas in the air. How are you? How are you guys feeling? What is cooking? I'm coming to eat my rice in case you don't know. All right. Let's delve into what we have for today without any waste of time. So guys, just like you've seen according to the title, I will be reacting, or we will be reacting, analyzing some videos of what it is for the Ghana Aviation, being a pilot in Ghana. And I know a lot of countries, my own country Nigeria, have produced a lot of young, intelligent, brilliant, beautiful, handsome pilots, yes, that are thriving in the country. But because this is the one and only ambassador chairing up this channel for the motherland, I was like, what is it actually for the country Ghana? Let me know. Do they really have people? What are they up to? And I went in research, in-depth research, only to realize that, oh my God, women are killing it. As someone who is really interested in women supporting and women lifting women, and also women power, the power of women in the society, what a woman can do is unlimited. Like, you can't even fathom it at the end of the day if you want to go into that. I stumbled on amazing young ladies who have been killing it right from time immemorial, based on what their dreams, their goals, their prospects, their ambitions have been on becoming a pilot in the country Ghana. And guys, I found out a lot, and yes, I will oblige you pay close attention and take close look at every details of what these young ladies. One, the first of is the first female pilot in the motherland, her experience, her journey, her story that is very emotional, inspiring, and intriguing. First off, we'll take a look at that. And on the other hand, the youngest female pilot also in the motherland. Guys, wait, I know men are always in charge, men are always in power. We're not dragging power from you now. We're only trying to see how we can, explore and do better. Yes, the youngest female pilot in the motherland, her journey, her experience. We will take a close look at these young ladies. Pay attention, because there is a lot that you will learn and a lot of information that you will definitely find out if you have these dreams or things like this as your dreams, your goal, your ambition. It might not necessarily mean you becoming a pilot, maybe being a doctor, the first youngest doctor in the motherland, in the world, in West Africa, in Africa, name it. This is for you. And yes, it will help us a great deal, because I am so excited to bring this to you, and I'm sure you will also be excited to go through this and come back and tell me your report, your opinion, your input, your observation at the end of the day, what you think. So without any waste of time, let's take a look at this.
Ghana and other African countries to help achieve this?
Okay, so I think it starts with the educational system in the schools. It's not much of aviation is caused or incorporated into the educational system at all. So if they begin with the kids like from primary school to secondary school, in the university, just speak more about aviation, because if it's not your interest, then you can't make it an interest until at least you look into it. So yeah, just encourage more girls to look into that field. And then the responsibilities arise to those ones that are already in the industry. So just encourage the young girls. That's what I'm doing right now, to encourage young girls to find interest in it and build up the number of people in the industry already.
Nice one. What's your current role with Passion Air, and how long have you been in aviation?
Okay, so I'm a first officer with Passion Air, and for aviation, I started my flight training in 2019 of May, and I began flying with Passion Air in January of this year. So about 11 months now, I've been working with Passion.
Okay. What actually inspired you to take up piloting of all the jobs in the world?
So for me, it's quite an interesting one, because it all started as just an interest, like interest in airplanes. Like I was even flying, just look to see what type of airplanes they are, research more. And then when I go into the airports, like just to see pilots in their uniform, and it all started as an interesting thing for me. And I like flying too, so I thought, why not do a job that you could get your hobby out of? So I just started building the interest from there, started looking at what entails to become a pilot, more into it, and here I am today.
Nice one. Let's talk about your educational background. Where did you school? Basic school, high school, and then university, or where you had a flight training school?
Okay, so I went to a Chota Basic School for my basic education, and from there I graduated in 2014. Then I went to St. Louis High School in Kumasi, completed in 2017. Then I left to University of Ghana. I studied computer science for a year, and then I decided it's time to go for field engineering. So after a year, I decided and then left to Perth College. It's a flight training school in Three Hills, Alberta, in Canada.
Okay.
And I finished my training in 2021, June 2021.
Okay, before joining Passion.
Yes.
Okay, that's nice. What would be your advice to young girls who are also looking to join the likes of you in flying planes?
Yeah, so I would say don't be afraid to pick up the roles. Like, I know most girls are scared, like sometimes like the fees and just seeing that a lot of males are dominated in the industry could scare a lot of girls away, but it shouldn't be the case. You should look to stand out, look to be different, look to pick up the role. And you can also start researching more, get involved in the industry, like looking at women in aviation organization, start to see how you can interact with more women in the industry so they can encourage you to get into the role.
You're almost 11 months with Passion. How will you describe your time with Passion so far?
It's been great. It's been an amazing journey so far. I'm extremely grateful to Passion for giving me my first job from flight training, and it's been quite a ride. I'm enjoying it. I look forward to having to spend more time here. It's just a dream to be able to carry passengers safely to their destination, and yeah, so it's been amazing.
So how many hours have you flown so far?
So far with Passion here, I've accumulated about 700 hours.
Okay. Okay, that's nice. Any other thing else you want us to know? You want to tell young girls out there?
Yeah.
It's just inspire and motivate them. Nothing else.
Yeah. So just like I said, you should look more. I would say you should start early, because it's a dream that could fade away just like any other dream. So you have to start early, know what you want, and start working towards it. That's what I would advise. And don't relax at all. There's so much resources these days. So just go to the internet, you find so many things and so many ways that you could become a pilot, and save towards it. Another one to I'll give you.
How does it feel? Other female pilots like Eva and Audrey in the same establishment. How does it feel flying with them?
It's great to see that you are not the only one. There's other women that are very encouraging. Captain Eva, she's somebody that I look up to a lot. Like I see her and I see her role. She has responsibility that she has on her shoulders as a lady in a male-dominated industry, and I'm very, very excited and hope to be like her one day. And yeah, for Audrey too. When I was in Aviation, I saw her story. Now she's the youngest pilot in Ghana, and I'm thinking just a young girl able to do this. So I just really would and she encouraged me. They all encouraged me, so I hope I also encourage other young girls to also pick up a role and become pilots if that's what they want to do.
You read Audrey's story as a young girl pilot, but now you're the youngest pilot that we know of now. Okay, tell me, which one instance that when you were flying to a particular destination, you had this feeling of fear, or you're not really comfortable with yourself, or really was a challenge? That one big challenge you faced, and how did you overcome it?
So since I started working commercially, I've not had an instance where I felt unsafe. There's so much redundancy in the aircraft where you would never feel. We've had some instances where it was abnormal, is the way to put it. But we were handled so well, and I'm usually very calm, so it wasn't an issue for me. Most of those stories I had will be during flight training when I was very inexperienced, and yeah, things will get to me. But since I started working, it hasn't been the case at all.
What's that one single attitude you say is very relevant for any young girl aspiring to be a pilot?
Determination, hard work, those two they go time they go together, because the aviation industry is very becoming a pilot, but flight training, it's a lot. There's a lot of material to cover in such a short distance, short time. So you have to really put in the work. You have to work really hard. And if you're not determined, certain things could push you down. Like something like weather, because of weather you're not flying. All of that could get to you. You don't have the money, all that could get to you. You're failing an exam, all that could get to you. But if you're determined and you know that's what you want to do, you will keep pushing. So it's work hard and be determined. Those two will get you to where you want.
When should we expect you flying a 737?
Get into, you are Ghana's youngest female pilot now. So, and I think that's so encouraging for a lot of people to see, because people all around the world are looking for inspiration. And you talk a little bit about this in your book, and we'll get to that because there's some really good quotes in there that really encouraged me as I was reading it. But let's just back up in the story, right? So let's talk a little bit about your journey to becoming Ghana's youngest pilot. When did you first realize that this is what you wanted to do?
I'll say age 9. But then after that time, I was just saying it because when I said I wanted to become an athlete, the elderly people will be like, athlete, how long will you be running or playing soccer for Ghana? I'm like, no, I want to run. And they also didn't understand the dynamics of the profession as an athlete. So it discouraged me. And then I was just telling them something they want to hear, like telling them that makes you this.
Yeah. So at age 9, you realized that this is what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then at what age did you actually, I guess, go into the process? I don't know how schooling works, but how did that, what age did you commit to doing this? And was it like at the SHS level? I mean, how does it work?
I would say starting the flight training journey or the journey to become a pilot didn't start from a particular age. I would say maybe from age 9, and the process started around that time. So my parents were still preparing like the flight training funds just in case I went through flight training. The reason for me not to go through it shouldn't be there isn't money, and that nobody should have to stop their dreams because there's no more money. So if I change my mind, the difference of the money was years, and if I didn't, there was money to go through flight school.
Wow. And then where did you attend flight school?
I went to South Africa, Mach 1 Aviation Academy.
Okay, so then talk to us a little bit about how long was the process, and then when you first went to South Africa, maybe that first day of flight school, what was going through your mind?
The process would, again, like from age 9, growing up, preparations from my parents' side, and also finding research for themselves. Some of them men could be, oh, you have to be white tall, like you have to be a white tall guy. And all of these 3, I wasn't.
Yes.
Yeah. And you have to come from a financially stable family. But I think we are average. If we have a task to be done, we may not get the money today, but give us some time, we'll have that money through planning as well. First day in flight school would be my parents escorting me to school from Ghana to the place. I know we're going through immigration, and like, where are you going? That. Just to finishing senior high school. I was very timid through the immigration process, but they see the flight school visa in my passport saying I'm going through flight school. So they wanted to hear from me. Then some immigration officers would call like their colleagues to confirm if this child, like, they say it's in tune, thinking that I don't really understand. She said she's going through flight school. And then it's like, yeah. It's like, yeah, she's going. And yeah, it was quite strange seeing different people in the same space. And some people had their parents flying already. It was very intimidating. And this is my ancestors' wildest dream. Like nobody has come close to an aircraft, if I could say.
Really?
So yeah.
So in your whole family, you don't, no one in your family had a career as a pilot or anything. So you're the first one in your family.
My entire generation up until now, I think so. Maybe close. No, not my father, not his father. Oh, no.
So this is really an incredible and first time experience for not just yourself and not just the past folks who come before you, but even folks that are looking up to you that have yet to be in your shoes. Now, you say you first went through the process, maybe it was a little bit intimidating because you're looking at other people who may come from lineage pilots or things like that. Now, actual flight school, from the time you started until the time a typical person finishes, around how long is it?
For an average student, it can take about 2 years. It has a lot of factors in terms of your health, if you're fit to fly, and then the weather. It depends on the time you started flight training. For some days you want to fly, there is an aircraft, but then the weather is bad. Or the weather is great, but then there's no aircraft to on training. So all of those factors go up and down. And sometimes there's no money for training. So all of these factors also determine how long someone will train. Some schools, it definitely that today by maybe 18 months we get done. But then the flight school I went through, like all other flights, like many other flight schools, it's as and when. Let's say we have 200 missions to complete. The faster you complete the mission, the faster you finish. If you take forever to complete the mission, that's how long it's going to take. And some people never complete the mission as well.
And so after, let's say you complete the missions, after these several years of training, is it kind of like a typical university graduation where you get a certificate and now you can go and fly? Or is there some training or apprenticeship that happens after that?
I wouldn't say it's the typical tertiary education or even secondary education graduation, because normally people, like you may finish your flight training before I do. So they will give you your certificate. It's not like a group of people.
Oh, okay.
So right. Finish, maybe I finished. And then, yeah, certificate. I usually when somebody done testing, like before on the person with dirty water, like that's the tradition.
Okay.
And then basically that's it. The parents are happy. If it's well planned, they fly into the country where you're training. They celebrate it too.
Wow. Okay. So then after you finish school, is it that you can immediately, let's say if you find a job, you can immediately start flying, or do you have to do some additional training after that?
So flight training will have about 4 parts, where it will start with the student pilot license. You know, like when you have to learn how to drive, you get a driver's license, that one. And then the second one, you get your private pilot license. That one, you can fly your friends, like, oh, saying let's go to Cape Castle, then people fly there, and that's about it. You don't pay me. Maybe we may contribute for the fuel, but otherwise you don't pay me as a pilot, like if I'm qualified to. And you only fly during the day and when the weather is great. But when you want to make it a career, passengers don't care whether the weather is bad or like it's nice. They want to get to their destination. So you want to be able to fly at night. So you do something called a night rating. Without this night rating, if you are caught flying during night hours, the license will cease to be fined, and then you could be put into jail as well. It's a very serious matter.
It should be. You're flying a plane, so it should be very serious. Yeah. Wow. Well, that's great information. And as you talk, of course, there's so many people that are seeing you for the first time who just hearing about your story. And the thing is, they've never heard this, and I think it's good for them just to know, because there are some people, as you experience when you work with so many young people, that they have a dream, but they've never met anyone who has become remotely close to their dream. So even just a simple articulation of how you went through those steps may just move somebody a little bit further in the dream. And so as I was looking at your book, this is your first book you've written.
Yeah, I did.
Commercial license on December 24, 2018. Audrey received her commercial license on December 24, 2018, an achievement that has brought her fulfillment. But this feat didn't come easily at all.
A number of times I thought I didn't want to do it again, but when I look back and see where I've gotten to and how far I have to go, I'm like, oh, like we are almost done. Like it's almost left with it. And before I know it, it's like you just keep on going and going. And at times it was really tough. And I thought that, oh, it's true. What people were saying that women can't do it, maybe it's true. So like I should just step back.
Growing up, she always wanted to be either an athlete or a pilot. For her decision to be an athlete was born out of the fact that athletes in her school, but she quickly found her new love for wanting to be in the air.
I was like 9 years old and in class 4 at University of Ghana Basic School. And there's this frequent question society would always ask you, like, what do you want to be in future? And then, I just had to say to be a pilot. And again, in the beginning, I was really quiet. So I thought pilot, like you just have to be in the cockpit and probably the passengers will be behind you. So like you keep quiet. But during my flight training, we really talk a lot. In the beginning, it was just saying something big, like close to being a doctor or a lawyer. And then with time, I was convinced that I could actually do it. Like that's what I'm supposed to do. And then yeah. Oh, I also wanted to be different because when they call doctors in class, there are a lot of people that are standing up, lawyers. No, but being a pilot, and when I stand in class, they're like, wow. So it's like the wow thing kept me moving.
Not everyone bought into her idea of wanting to be a pilot. They thought this was a risky job, but her nuclear family thought otherwise. They gave her all the support needed. Out of this passion, Audrey enrolled at the Makwan Aviation Academy in Johannesburg, South Africa in August 2015. With determination and hard work, she continued, and on the 4th of April 2016, she had her first solo flight. That same year, she got her private pilot license.
To go solo, you are required to take off and land on your own. And it's more like flying a rectangle. And the first time I was asked to go solo, I didn't see it coming. And it's only on the downwind parts. It's like if you have a rectangle, there are other longer parts. Yeah. It was only on the downwind parts I realized that my flight instructor wasn't on board. And it really scared me because I'm like, okay, I'm fancy. So like, I mean, yeah, like, is this me? And then just before I landed, again, I got scared that it's going to be my first time doing it with nobody on board. It really made me feel fulfilled.
She began having a bumpy ride as she progressed. Audrey almost gave up on her dream. She failed some of her papers and almost gave in to the wrong assertion that this was a job for men.
A number of times per one, sometimes I guess it maybe on the second attempt, and others it could take like after 2 months for me to retry it again. And if it doesn't work, the next 2 months, and then I probably get it.
Jumping your spirits.
Oh yeah, it did. Because at those times, that's when the thoughts come to mind that, oh, maybe it's true. Like this thing is not for me. Like I could also do something else at Legon or something. Like let me do something easier.
Now today, at the age of 21, she's the youngest commercial pilot in Ghana. Her passion has led to the creation of Excel Aviation Company to empower women, especially to aspire to move into the aviation sector.
I have a lot of plans to help women in my country to go into the aviation sector. There are a lot of opportunities in the aviation sector for women especially, but they don't have the information at hand and then the guidance to show them how to do it or the requirements for it. I happen to register a company, Excel Aviation, and that's the purpose of the company. Yes.
With the acquisition of a commercial license now, Audrey hopes to be an airline pilot with her ultimate aim of being a captain and flying the Airbus A380 one day.
All right. Amazing. Interesting. You see, one thing is, when I see young people, teenagers, youth, doing things that are spectacular, that are outstanding, and that are breaking records and boundaries, I feel so much joy in my heart. I feel so glad. I feel so elated because I love when women are doing fantastic things, when women are doing things that are unimaginable. Most times, people will least expect that a woman can achieve these things, a woman can achieve this dream. I love it when women dream big. I love it when people dream big. And coming from a woman, I am really impressed. And hearing the story of this young lady from the motherland Ghana, not just ladies, two of them, the first female pilot and the youngest female pilot, blew my mind. Like, it blew my mind, and I'm inspired. And these are the things that when I look at them, I really tell a lot of young ladies I come across in reality, because you people will not understand the job I play offline, off social media, naturally. I am one influencing human being that so many young ladies, even in the church, in my neighborhood, in my environment, when they see me, they will be like, mom, auntie, I love this about you, I like this, I like that. And I'll be like, see me, who I be, like, me, I better go, I never reach. I most times tend to even doubt and underestimate myself, but I will never know, or little will I even know, that a lot of people look up to me and a lot of people admire me, especially in my environment, because I've got a lot of women. This is not about me, but I really needed to put this out there. I've got a lot of women that we are in the same circle, the same community, the same group, the same family, that most times do things that people will begin to imagine. If this is what being a woman, a mother is all about, I rather stay single. But they telling me things that I do not even know I do, and they love about me, makes me so emotional, and I'll be like, God, I owe it all to you. And it gives me this encouragement to want to continue being the best version of myself. I'm not sitting here telling you that I'm perfect. I'm not perfect. Of course, nobody is perfect. We are all born with our weaknesses and our strengths. So I derive power in my strength, and I try to work on my weaknesses. Exactly. And I do not want my weaknesses to get the best part of me, because naturally I believe other people are a mirror, and people see us the way we behave, people see us the way we carry ourselves, the way we portray ourselves, in the secret and in the open. And that's why they can come out to say a thing or two. And this brings me to not just learning from these people, but putting it out to you listening to me, whether you're a male or a female at this point. The question of what will you be remembered for? The life you have now is a gift, and it's expected that you live it to the full, right? And the way and manner you live it matters a great deal. And at the end of the day, it is not man that will judge us, it is God that will judge us. And men look up to us, hold us accountable to our words, our actions, our character, and the kind of lifestyle we live. And that's why it is of great importance that we try our best to live a life that will inspire others, a life that will motivate others, not a perfectionist kind of lifestyle, because like I'll always tell you, there is no perfect human being. Anybody that tells you that they are perfect without stain, without weaknesses, and without challenges, they are the biggest liars. I tell you any day, anytime. But in your imperfection, trying to make yourself relevant, trying to make yourself the best version of yourself, taking every day as it comes, taking life the way it comes without being pressured with the things of life, material things, but working towards little goals, little steps that will take you to your desired end, will make you, as a young lady, a young guy, a man, a woman, no matter whom you are, become that which you have purposed. It's not by rushing, right? Every day is a gift, and a step to your end point, and also to you becoming that which you are destined for. Whether you like it or not, we have our destinies. We have our purpose while we are on this earth. Know it and live it to the full. Exactly. Your dream, your goal, your ambition, your prospects in life might not really align to being, a pilot, but to be someone that in the world tomorrow, people will look at you, retrace back to your story and say, I know when this person started. Thank God they didn't give up. Thank God for where they are today. And they will take it as an encouragement and a source of, enlightenment, education, and inspiration to do better for themselves. And that's practically, literally what life is supposed to be. Exactly. Because already life is not even easy. Life is difficult. Life is full of challenges. Life is full of setbacks. Life is full of trials, tribulations. In fact, what you plan today might not even end up becoming what you experience tomorrow. As we speak, the year is remaining just few days to end. But note that not everybody will see the end of this year. There are still people, whether we like it or not, that will still leave this world. And it is destined for them. So that's why, personally, I treasure every day that I wake up to see. And I live every day as though it's my last day on earth. Correcting the wrong to the right, and, trying to make amends, trying to, make adjustment, and trying to be more human, right? More human than being perfect, right? And that is it. And I would say at this point, whatever it is you've learned from this channel, you've learned from my journey, my experience, and me being here on this platform, share them in the comment section. I would like to know, because the year is ending. I'm doing a reevaluation of where I want to be next year, where I want to head to next year, and where I want us as a part and parcel of this channel to head towards. Because my wish, my dream, my goal, my prospect for each and every one of us is seeing us doing better in life, being in a better space mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, psychologically, spiritually, and all whatnot. Yes, that's where I want my audience, I and my audience, to be in the coming year and beyond. Exactly. So if there is any way, form, I have inspired you, I have really motivated you, I have even offended you, I'm sorry. I'm not perfect in any way or form. Or I have also, been of great light to you, knowledge, happiness and joy, let me know so that I can, sit back and know where I'm getting it right, getting it wrong, to be the best version of myself, not yourself. Yes, everybody with their own life and how they want to live. Exactly. And that is it, guys. I don't want this video to be too lengthy. Share your thoughts and opinion in the comment section, and let's get this conversation rolling. And at the end of the day, I will continue with you in the comments. Exactly. For now, keep vibing to your environment, your surrounding, the nature, and everything worth vibing to. Till I see you in my next one. This is me, your one and only ambassador of the motherland. When I say Oshe, you say what? Baddest, baddest, baddest. Exactly. That's how we roll here. It's never a dull moment here. Very lively, cheerful, and what? Inspiring. So do not make this your last. If this is your first time stumbling on this channel, smash on the subscription button, turn on the bell icon next to it so that you always be the first to get notified whenever a new interesting episode pops up right here. Till I see you in my next one. But for now, do have a lovely, peaceful, blessed, happy, cheerful, and a successful day out there. This is me, Vibe with Chivik, signing out. Ciao, ciao.